Okay, welcome back to the final part of our three-part series here on how to gain the great daily advantage. I'm in the midst of giving you the 2x2 formula. Yesterday, we covered the first two, which was 1, sprint prepping, and 2, getting quality sleep. While both of those sound simple, they make all the difference in the world, and consistent focus should be paid on them. Okay, now the how-to of your morning routine. The first part is kickstart. After your deep and dreamy sleep, you'll need to kickstart yourself into gear, and that is emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Again, I want to repeat, the specifics of your morning routine is not important. It's only important that you have a predictable routine and that one that you can do automatically without much decision making, and that there's something to kickstart each of these areas. So let's go through them. But know that the choice of what is entirely up to you and your preferences and your beliefs. Physically, some people believe in drinking lots of water in the morning, drinking a special tea, a particular smoothie, stretching, or going for a full workout. Me, coffee. I'm not a morning workout person. The morning is when I am cognitively at my best, and I want to maximize that time. At the end of the day is when I will give my body its hammering. I will do 5 to 7 minutes of some light stretching on the way back to my favorite morning chair from getting my second cup of coffee. But that's just to kind of get the cricks out. No yogis would be impressed with that effort. Emotionally, it's Darren Daily. That's what puts me in the right frame of mind. It's an emotional reset. It gives me focus on what's right, what's possible, and what's abundant in the world. This is so essential before you let in the rest of the world. Most everything out there is filled with evil, corrupt, criminal, and alarming content. Or it's the tug and pulls of everybody else's drama and solicitations on your attention. So with my first cup of coffee in hand, that single Darren Daily message, it grounds me. In under 5 minutes, my mind and eyes are recalibrated to look for and to find the hope, the prosperity, and the possibilities. And it takes me into the next one, mentally. I keep a Darren Daily journal on the side table of my favorite morning chair, where I watch my Darren Daily. That is where I write the takeaway lessons from that day's Darren Daily and then do the introspection on how it translates to my life right then, that very day. And what 1 or 2 or 3 things can I do that day to take action on the lesson? You see, that gets the mind working on the better everyday path. I also read for 30 minutes from whatever book that I have going on at the time, which is usually related to the skill that I have selected to focus on for that quarter. And then last but not least, spirituality. This one, you got to decide for yourself. Some pray, some meditate, some write in a gratitude journal, some have their daily devotional, they read out of the Bible, they read out of the sutras, the Tipitaka, the Vedas, the Quran, the Torah, the Book of Mormon, the Sorcerer's Stone, 50 Shades of Grey, whatever works for you, whatever kickstarts your spiritual realm. And then the final component, and really everything up to this point, has been a wind up and set up for this. And that is jamming. Your number 1 MVP, most valuable priority for the day for 90 minutes, head down, deep, focused work. Hopefully, what you selected and maybe even got started the day before is what will be the most valuable and cognitively hardest thing that you will have to do all day. Everything that we've done up to this point, everything the day before and everything winding up to this, has been priming you and preparing you for crushing that MVP. And this is why you absolutely cannot be distracted or disturbed during this jam session. And it won't be the sirens on the outside that will lure you into the rocks, killing your flow state. It will be the ones on the inside, you allowing your monkey brain to compel you to check email, the news, your social channels, or to conjure up all sorts of excuses why you should get a load of laundry started, organize your desk first, finish your expense reports, or start with something trivial first to avoid the hard but vital MVP project. If you follow this 2x2 formula, you will then put yourself into what is called beast mode. so that you can focus on one undistracted, single-focused effort on one major project for 90 minutes. You will move the needle of progress and achievement outcomes more than most people will produce all day. You are always in a state of multitasking in fits and starts and constant interruption and distraction from the outside world and from inside. But for this 190 minutes, it's nothing but beast mode in flow state. Now, I have to confess that I do all that I've talked about thus far in my bathrobe, in my favorite morning chair. And you can do that if you get up at 5 a.m. or earlier. So now it's barely 7 a.m. by the time I have done all of this. And then I get up, I pet the dog, I high-five the wife, I take a shower, I get dressed, and then I go into my office. My dirty little cheat here is I will do another 90-minute jam session before I open up email or the rest of the world into my primed sacred flow state. Now, I haven't just progressed further than what most people will do all day. I have progressed further than what most will do all week, by far, all before 9 or 10 a.m. in the morning. As I heard Robert Brault say, one of the keys to success is to have lunch at the time most people have breakfast. And not just one day a week, every work day of the week. So, you wanted to know my secret. How do I essentially output the equivalent of a 50,000-word professionally published book every 60 days? Which, by the way, is less than 1/3 of all the content and marketing that I have to produce, lead my team, globetrot, and vacation abundantly. This is it. It's all because I have created and protected this great daily advantage vigorously. And now, so can you. You have the formula. And to review it, it's a lot simpler than you think, but apparently for many, it's not easy to stick to. The first two is sprint prep, get quality sleep. The back two is kickstart and jam. If you make it any more complicated than that, you probably won't be able to stick to it. Make sure that you set up your morning ritual to be something that you can do every day for the rest of your life. Not just this week or for a couple of weeks while you're still enthusiastic. Consistency is the key. And the key to that is simplicity. I hope that you got that critical point there. And once again, it is not important what your morning routine is within the framework that I gave you. It is only important that you have one, stick to it, and do it consistently. Then you will have the compound effect multiplying your progress. To help you formulate your own morning routine so that you can gain that great daily advantage, during one of my Jam morning sessions, I prepared for you a blueprint, one that you can use to identify and build your own 2x2 formula morning routine. You can download it below and inspire the rest of the community here. What are the components of your morning routine, or what will they be now? Share that in the comments below. From your upbringing, from your circumstances, which then only enhance the view of your unique.
So tell us.
Wow! There goes my lips. And notice the group of mighty eagles soaring in the sky like a helicopter.